Welcome to Easy A Homeschool Academy. The Science of Light and Shadows. Light is one of the most important forces on Earth. It brings warmth, allows plants to grow, and helps every living thing survive. But light also reveals something else: patterns, shapes, and shadows that tell us how the world around us works. Every time light shines, it interacts with objects in its path. Some materials let light pass through, others reflect it, and some block it entirely. These simple interactions create shadows and reflections that we can study to better understand the science of light. What is light? Light is a form of energy. It travels in straight lines as waves, moving incredibly fast, about 186,000 miles per second. The light we see with our eyes is called visible light. It's just one small part of a much larger electromagnetic spectrum that includes radio waves, microwaves, infrared, ultraviolet, X-rays, and gamma rays. Visible light contains all the colors of the rainbow. When combined, they appear white to our eyes. When light hits a prism or raindrop, it can separate or refract into its individual colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. This bending of light reveals the beauty hidden within ordinary sunlight. How shadows form. Shadows are formed when something blocks the path of light. Because light travels in straight lines, it can't bend around corners. When an object stands in its way, a shadow appears on the surface behind it. The shape of a shadow matches the outline of the object, but its size and position change depending on where the light source is. When the sun is low in the sky during early morning or late afternoon, shadows stretch long across the ground. When the sun rises high overhead at midday, shadows become shorter and nearly disappear beneath objects. By observing how shadows change throughout the day, people long ago discovered patterns in the movement of the sun and learned to tell time. Ancient tools of light and time. Thousands of years ago, before mechanical clocks existed, civilizations used shadows to measure time. The earliest sundials were simple sticks called gnomons placed upright in the ground. As the sun moved across the sky, the stick's shadow shifted in predictable patterns. By marking the shadow's position at different times of day, people could track hours and even seasons. Sundials taught early astronomers about Earth's rotation and the steady rhythm of day and night. This ancient use of light and shadow became one of humanity's first scientific tools. Reflection and refraction. Light doesn't always stop when it meets an object. Sometimes it bounces back. This is called reflection. Smooth, shiny surfaces like mirrors reflect light evenly, allowing us to see clear images. Rough or uneven surfaces scatter light in many directions, creating dull or blurry reflections. When light passes from one material into another, like air into water or glass, it changes speed and bends. This bending is called refraction. It's why a straw in a glass of water looks broken, or why rainbows form after a storm. Reflection and refraction helps us understand how lenses, cameras, and even our own eyes work. Light in our daily lives. Light shapes every part of daily life. It powers photosynthesis in plants, provides solar energy and gives us color and visibility. Architects design buildings to capture light. Artists study how it interacts with surfaces. Even animals rely on the angle and the amount of daylight to know when to migrate or hibernate. Light is not just energy, it's information. It tells us the time of day, the weather, and even our place in the universe. Observing shadows, a simple experiment. To see light and shadow in action, place a stick or toy outdoors on a sunny day. Trace its shadow on the ground with chalk every hour. As the sun moves, the shadow will shift and change length. By the end of the day, the traced lines create a record of the sun's journey across the sky. This simple experiment shows how predictable and measurable light really is. It's a way to connect scientific observation with the rhythms of nature, just as people did thousands of years ago. From the warmth of the sun to the glow of a candle, light shapes how we see and experience the world. Shadows remind us that even when light is blocked, it still surrounds us, always moving, always revealing. Studying light helps us understand energy, time, and even life itself. And by observing the simple dance of light and shadow, we continue a long tradition of discovery that connects every generation beneath the same shining sun. As always, thank you for watching. Tell us what you want to see next. Email ezahomeschoolacademy@yahoo.com. Like and share our videos. Please subscribe to our channel.